You seen Clue Area?
Huh?
No, see. You seen Clue Area?
I've seen him a couple of times, but you know, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah. His brothers too.
I just yeah. All right, Joe. Well, I'll deal with today. Peace, please.
Yo, shout him out.
Hey, now right there, my man. Well, man, how was you when I heard you tell me like that?
All right. Hey, I went to the bathroom. I'll be out. I'll see you in the bathroom.
Yeah, go back.
I'm about to go in the front.
Here we go. So, what say you there? You got True Self, Shaquem, District 120. I got here, Black Justice.
Yeah, they from Memphis.
Kasim,
They got numbers.
793rd. So, is anybody in here from Memphis?
Let me get this thing.
Anyone? So, what say you there, Divine Law? What say you?
Hold on. I'm from California.
So, what say
California. California.
Hold on.
I'm from California.
California. You gotta
I'm trying to turn this thing.
All right, we gotta come back. Divine, you gotta get the wordsmith. You gotta get that together. So, what's the deal out there? Everyone, you know, we gonna tackle. Hey man, y'all gotta go build out there, man. You can. You gotta go build out there, man. I'm trying to do my thing, man. Listen. Y'all on the live stream talking, man. People know your business. So, yeah, we got the, let me hold up. This is not spelled correctly here. Okay, peace. Let's see, did that change? Trying to check here or something. All right, wait a minute. Change that right there. All right, so yeah, that's what that's supposed to say right there. Tribe of Shabazz, tribe of Jabbar, tribe of Jabbar, tribe of Shabazz, tribe of Jabbar. So I don't know if
That goes to
anybody's.
line.
Hold on a second. I don't know if everyone has, if everyone, you know, it's been a little, we've been hearing about this tribe of Jabbar. True Self said, since when God has a tribe of Allah. So, you know, y'all let me know when y'all ready to get into that topic. We're gonna, you know, let me, you know, it's been, I told y'all, man. So we about to turn the mic on and let the wordsmith. We're gonna see what the wordsmith is talking about. Now I'm gonna give you 20 seconds, wordsmith. 20 seconds. The original Mr. 120 is. It's funny that you come in today because just today's topic, right? I was more than likely going to use you as an example. but later on. So look, I'm gonna give you 20 seconds, wordsmith. I don't know if we start veering off course, I'm gonna have to mute you. But right now, right now, this introducing the wordsmith.
Yeah. Today's mathematics, uh, wisdom build. So
Mm-hmm.
mathematics versus, you know, so we're taught to keep things simple. So we know there's only nine numerals. There's only nine numerals. I hear brothers saying you don't born out. Let's say I'm at a stop and there's a number that says 4,196. Borning it out makes it simple. You see what I'm saying? If I stick, what I'm gonna do with all the numbers? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know where brothers get this idea from. I understand the concept of okay, well, we don't we don't like I'm 34, I'm not 7. I understand that. That makes sense. But when you're talking about the digits, there's only nine numerals, and uh, the cipher, like on your video, the cipher is placeholder, as I understood.
Right now, we're gonna get into the topic. We're gonna just leave that alone, right? Not gonna We're not gonna get too deep into that topic because we have enough controversy here on the Random News channel. Clemente Rodriguez. Not for now, I'm not. I'm not. Spanish is not like I'm from New York, so I speak poquito. But don't you have like two last names right there? Just a question I'm asking. We got West Coast Wise, smell good. So are we ready for this topic here now? Try with Shabazz, try with Jabbar. I got a little bit of because what I think about is like Roberto Clemente and Alex Rodriguez. What the hell is Wordsmith doing over here? But what is so let's jump into it. So the tribe of Shabazz and the tribe of Jabbar. So first of all, how many people have heard of the tribe of Jabbar? Type 1 in the box if you've heard of the tribe of Jabbar. So, hey, listen, the one brother right here, I'm gonna just say I'm awake because like I said, we have enough controversy on this channel. It's still early in the live stream, brother. It's early in the live stream, brother. We don't want to go there. Born God, I'm awake. Let's just say Queen. Let's just say Queen, I'm awake. Let's just Woo. It's a good thing I didn't just wake up. So you said true born and God universal. So who's born God? Do I where you from, born God? Did you get the knowledge from true born and universal? Oh, okay, from the desert. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not sure. So, came back to this tribe of Shabazz, tribe of Jabbar, right? First of all, once you got tribes, you know that there's more than one group of men, right? Or society for one common cause. One guy said they block everybody that disagrees with them. Not for nothing, born guy. That's what I was getting ready to ask you. If you got the knowledge from them, I was getting ready to ask you if you're sure you have permission to be. Are you sure you have permission to be on my live stream? But we talk about that later. You know what I mean? But look, shout out to True Born. True Born, I just talked to a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you made me laugh with that comment right there. But they definitely they do their teaching. That's what they do. But Divine King, right? So a lot of people, right? Remember, not too long ago, we had that class where we said, "Who's the uncle?" See, a lot of people have this idea that the tribe of Shabazz is all black people. You see, even when you listen to the description of the tribe of Shabazz, right? Not all of the people in Africa, even in sub-Saharan Africa, fit that description. You understand what I'm saying? That's one particular tribe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't start living a jungle life. Right? What about the people that was in the great empires where they was dealing with medicine and all these things like that? So just assuming that there's one way of life, right? Because that's also in the degrees right there, right? To assume that the people of that continent are the only people they have and are all savages, right? So those are not the only people that we have, and they're not all savages, right? The bar is in here. It's funny because I was gonna, eventually as we get on, right? So that's the first thing, right? Now, as somebody mentioned before, right? The tribe of Jabbar, right? Now we're going back. All of this right here is Elijah's teachings. See, this is Elijah's my guy, so that's why I'm, but look, so we know that's Elijah Muhammad's teachings about the tribe of Shabazz, right? the tribe of Jabbar, Alfonso was from the tribe of Jabbar. So, like I think the original Mr. 120 said earlier, right? The tribe of Shabazz, the tribe of Jabbar, right, never fell victim. They never strayed away from civilization, and that's how they had the knowledge to give Jafar to bring us. You understand what I'm saying? So, automatically, once you hear that Alfonso was from the tribe of Jabbar, it starts to clear some things up. You know what I'm saying? So, Allah said he wasn't the God that made the devil, right? He wasn't, he never strayed away from civilization. He wasn't the son of man that searched for trillions of years, right? And he's from the tribe of Jabbar, and as his sons and daughters, we from the tribe of Jabbar, right? In terms of when you're dealing with that teaching, right, of people being blind, deaf, and dumb, and as we resurrect ourselves on the square, who we resurrecting ourselves to be. You understand what I'm saying? Because the tribe of Shabazz comes from someplace too. You see what I'm saying? So you could identify with that the same way as you could identify as a slave, because that's the degree of history that you're looking at, right? But if you look back beyond that, you will see that there's other things that you accomplished, other descriptions that people could have put on you, like king or scientist or doctor. You understand what I'm saying? Other than slave. You know what I'm saying? Now, all that being said, right? The 5% is not a tribe. Well, you can say the 5% is one tribe, but it's not, it's not the tribe of Jabbar. And the reason, right? This is why I said, now see, look, we got people in the knowledge now, right? Like the original Mr. 120, he's from the tribe of Dravidians. You see what I'm saying? Or we got, what's the guy's name? He's from the tribe of the Nabateans. See what I'm saying? We got Jabbar here from the tribe of the Yorubans. You know what I'm saying? Now look, we got Azrael, he's from the tribe of the Celts. He's just the Celtic tribe. He's a Kennedy. You see what I'm saying? So, like with anything else, right? We supposed to be uniting all the seeds. And a lot of times, especially when you start dealing with religious, you know what I mean? That's how these seeds is manifested as, different nations, different groups of people. Yes, did I pronounce it wrong or something, Jabbar? So Divine King said, it's like when they show the brothers and sisters from other countries the worst part of the black people in America, they tried to only tell us about the worst of the brothers from so-called Africa. Indeed. You see what I'm saying? So, that is the, I'm not, oh, all right, no doubt, but that is the, I guess that's the short version right there of the tribe of Shabazz and the tribe of Jabbar and what it has to do with us. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at this point right now, we're not tribes. So we ran through that pretty quick. We got any questions on that particular Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, we had a live where I was trying to tell the brother that I'm not the uncle, I'm the father. In the 136, that's related. That me speaking on that and the way I drew that up is related to this right here. You know what I'm saying? 5% is not from the tribe that straight away, right? That became other than self. You from the tribe of Jabbar. So yeah, that was that topic was related. You said what tribe was the 2 million from before they came over here? According to the lessons, they was from the Dravidian tribe. There's a guy, Ruinoko Rashidi, and he's been challenged. Some of his findings or whatever has been challenged. I can't remember the name, but in one of his books, he names a tribe that left India at a certain point. I can't recall what the name of it is, but it's in a Runoko Rashidi book. What is this word right here? I've never seen this word, true self. You said premise of discussion. What does that word mean? So Jamal Gray is apparently familiar with the book. It's called Blacks in Early Asia. That's the book where he speaks on a tribe of Dravidians that left India. So what is this? You're saying you said FBA tribe of Shabazz. Is that what's my man's name? King Flex. I can't remember what his real name is. That's what he used to call himself. Yes, it is. Foundation of Black Americans. Nah, not Ivan, man. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed, yeah. So that's the Tariq Nasheed. So you saying, are you asking me, are they the tribe of Shabazz? Because the whole of America, right? Is we are a small society inside of a big society, right? And so a lot of you're going to see the same aspects in the microcosm and the macrocosm. So by the same token, in America, everybody's not from the same tribe. Oh, in terms of the mental state, yeah, they out there. But look, right now they lost. they got to be found in order to even know who they is. They right now you can't tell. So magnetic, you talking about the keyboard? No doubt. I got the keyboard. I gotta find the power plug. But what I made the decision, I'm gonna just hold on for a second. So yeah, I got the keyboard, but what I decided though, I'm just leave that one here because I've been that's been my goal. I'm gonna build a little thing in here to showcase how to do music, play the keyboard, and all that. Now you still need a power plug though. So you said, was the tribe of Shabazz a tribe that strayed away into the jungles to show and prove that the original man can survive anywhere? I mean, I don't. That's a good question. I don't recall the specific reason why they. All right, so really, right now, if you're gonna bring some more stuff, really, we need just an interface. We need a particular dedicated interface over here, and from there, I could pretty much make it happen. Well, maybe something was wrong with the plug that I used, but when I plugged it in, it didn't have power. So the original Mr. 120 said in India, only South Indians are classified as Dravidian. Yeah, because the North ones is mostly white. But India is another one place, which everywhere is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not one tribe there. It's not like how many languages do they speak in India? It's like 100 some languages they speak in India. But so yeah, I guess we got that topic down pat pretty good. I don't know if anybody got any other questions. We can circle back to this. But I mean, it was pretty cut and dry. But shout out to Asukili Ben Dele. He always comes on the next day, and he provides some good ideas for topics. And like I said, I seen this coming up recently. I didn't know it was that. I thought it was everybody knew. But if we don't have no questions on that, we can move on to the next topics. Because something, I'm not gonna have me on here all night tonight either. I'm still didn't get all the Z's that I wanted. I didn't get all the Z's that I wanted since the weekend. Guess this is just one of those weeks where when the wisdom was so crystal clear. The wisdom was so crystal clear that there's no need to question. You said, is that what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was on when he changed his name? Not to my knowledge. You know, I mean, look, Kareem is from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was still here in 1964. So, you know, there's no way I could tell you that you know, Kareem was never exposed to the knowledge. There's no way for me to do that. But I've never heard him express anything to make me think that's where he got his name from. Was Kareem ever NOI? Peace, White.
Peace.
How long you been in New York?
Probably to the wisdom or understanding that.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna be back down here before I go to live.
All right, no doubt.
All right, peace out.
Peace, White. Kareem is Shia. I thought Kareem was Sunni. You know, but yeah, I'm not. You know, Kareem wasn't as outspoken, you know, about his dealings with Islam as some other people. So how do you see the word interorientation in relation to the rules and regulations seen in today's Agreement 140? Are they the same thing? If not, what's the difference between both? Well, the big difference is the amount of power that the colored man had, right? You know, see, inter means between. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a little more of an agreement because when they're making the interorientation, right, they don't got the power to do nothing. They're not stronger than the original man when they first come in the shores, right, of, you know, West Africa. They not as strong as them. So you got to make an interorientation, which is, so now the rules and regulations is a little bit secretive. You understand what I mean? Like we making an agreement, right? But I'm going according to my real rules that I'm going according to is from the Pope in the Catholic Church that says that I can enslave y'all. That's the only real rules I'm going by, right? But I'm making an interorientation. We're making an agreement, right? Where, you know, we're going to think that we're going to let you think that the rules is like this. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to I'm imposing rules and regulations like this is my house now. And wherever y'all was living at, we on Patmos now. You know, swords is out, and you know that's it. You know, the penalty is death. You know, as opposed to there's no real penalty in the interorientation. I mean, there's the penalty of you being fooled. You know, that of course is a penalty, but you know, not in the same way. Like if the original people had decided, you know what? Yeah, we took all this liquor. Now we ain't giving y'all no slaves. What would have happened? See what I'm saying? They didn't have the power to do nothing. So Ravi said Kareem got the knowledge from an NOI who went Sunni, then got kidnapped, and somebody got life in jail. But yeah, there was Kareem was involved. We took him out the Hanafi signs. You know, yeah, I'm not all the way you know, familiar with all the details, but I know about what you're talking about. So you said the trader made an interlocutory. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I mean, now locute means to speak. Uh, like I've never heard this particular form of the word, but like circumlocute means to talk around the subject. Amos your eternal. Welcome to the channel. So you said, well, I mean, yeah, that's accurate. I mean, is you saying that you know that's how he quotes the lesson? But you know, just from my knowledge of the roots of words, right? Saying that, yeah, we had a conversation, interlocute. We had a conversation, right, about how we was going to do things, right? We got oriented with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to orientation, right? You go there to see where everybody fits in this place, what everybody's role is going to be. You understand what I'm saying? You know, when you orient something, you know, you situate it, you know, how is this oriented in relation to other things? You know, who's going to be getting the most out of this deal? Who's going to be getting beat out of this deal? So, I mean, I don't know what the rest of it said, but I would agree with that. Matter of fact, then somebody say a word back. What was this word? Somebody used a word I didn't know. Can't find it now. Oh, that word. Discussion. was. This is like some what's the guy's name? This is like low I don't even know they low ones. The guy, I think he's Mexican, little something. He takes pills all the time. Did Yakub make an interorientation with the 59,999? Now, look, these things is all, yeah, we are asking the question, so y'all doing the nitpicking, not me. But see, this is a different word, promise. See, Yakub promised people. So, no, I wouldn't say. Well, interorientation is such a loose term that you could say that, okay, there is kind of agreement on both sides, right? Which is, look, we're gonna follow, they're gonna follow Yakub, right? And have this undying type of loyalty where the penalty is death, right? For anybody revealing any secrets or any type of betrayal, right? And for that, you're gonna fix it so that we live in luxury. So you could relate it, but those are distinct words. Interorientation and promise. That Bug 120 said, my old earth always said promises are a comfort to a fool. But again, like I said, I think that the difference is, again, man, in the power dynamic. Yakub is making, he's speaking to like the downtrodden. These people is dissatisfied. They're not just dissatisfied in general, even though you have people like that, right? They dissatisfied at the condition of their existence, right? And then a lot of that is because there's people that's holding the wisdom above their heads that they need in order to grow and prosper. So, to a certain degree, what I'm saying is that if you go down to, whatever's the skid row, if you go down to whatever's the skid row of your city, wherever you live at, right? And you start promising people that they're going to live in luxury and shit. And not just that, but listen, all those people that kept telling you to move along from in front of their store, all those people that never gave you no change and shit, yeah, you're gonna live in luxury on their backs. That's a little bit different. Okay. I think we need Phil G. We need Phil G to come up in here. Be careful what you wish for, because Phil G is like the new. Who's that brother's name? The original Mythbuster. Remember the original Mythbuster that came in with those questions? He's one of the type of people I should have paid attention to, because he really kind of set the tone. He kind of set the tone for the Random Jewels network. Just you know, he was a person that you definitely he wants you to show and prove. You're not taking nothing on face value. The Mythbuster. Born Reality. Yeah, Born Reality. We pretty much covered the topic. I mean, it was, it's been controversial, but a lot of times I just tell you what I got. That's not always everything. But I could just say that, look, I was around some people and this is what they told me, or I heard them speaking on about that topic. So right now we just if we just waiting. Well, we ain't really waiting, but this is, like I said, this is the open question period right here, where this is where we prove the theory that see, because this everybody here, they had questions. Like 45 minutes before I came on, right? Everybody here had a question that they was going to ask. That quick, they can't think of it. So we giving them a couple minutes, because it was Thanksgiving. So you got some people here that's not drinkers that took a little, had a little taste because it was Thanksgiving. They was around family. So got a little alert right there that the Knicks is in the lead. Just FYI. Knicks is in the lead at halftime. Charlotte. So that's pretty bad news for you there, Born Reality. So, Born Reality, speaking of that, apparently I heard I missed a lot of action at the rally. You know, pretty much right after I saw you, it was like I went to the auditorium, sat down for a minute, and then I had to go. I had to come back over here by the school, right? Handle some family's business. I had to handle some of the family's business over here, right? Legal law. And but I heard I missed some. Oh yeah, Robbie, you was there too. I missed. Listen, I've been getting calls on really the last 2 days, but it appeared to pick up steam today. Like, yo, I was like, whoa, whoa. What did I miss? Oh, that was listen. Woo, Born Reality. Look, I've been, you know, I've been like not really a part of it, like not really in that, but it's like, yo, that thing won't just go away from me. You see, sometimes, man, sometimes it's like for me, see, I know how to mind my business, man. See, sometimes you gotta, you know, see, if you don't know something, right, then you can't. See, you have responsible for what you know. So that's why sometimes it's good to mind your business. So old school brothers shaking it up, both right and wrong. Well, the important thing, more in reality, is that, like I said, I was there for just a short period of time, and we added on. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? we we added on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Ravi, I'm pretty sure I'm hip to what and how you talking right now. You know what I'm saying? But also with that, it's like, listen, man. See, I'm a chess player. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the actual board and all that, I don't I don't get to play right like I want to, right? But in terms of life and shit, right? See, I'm you know, see some people, right? This is one of the difference between people that play checkers and people that play chess in life, right? Is that, see, in checkers, you win by taking all the other man's pieces. And so you gotta be ready to die on every fucking hill. That's the way you win that war, is you gotta die on every fucking hill. You gotta see in chess, you do a precision strike, right? And see all these pawns fucking. What are you gonna do? For some people, now they gonna battle with the pawns. Every pawn has to go because they really playing checkers. See, in chess, you got shit like the knight where, look, I move through your line, bro. I jump right over your pawns. And so, see, you can move in much more silence, man. You understand what I'm saying? You know, see, in chess, your back is against in checkers, your back is against the wall the whole time. You got one piece and two moves. I mean, it's a whole, but it's one piece. They all do the same thing. They go that way or they go that way. See, you ain't got no other options. You can't be creative. See, chess from the opening move. You know, you can set the whole tone just with the opening move. See, checkers is patterns. See, chess is, there's patterns, of course, but there's so many more patterns. So much more complex. So, this is one of the reasons why, I don't get involved with so everybody cannot be involved in everything. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something too. And I may have that problem too. I'm not gonna, but sometimes it's hard to admit that somebody else is more qualified to handle something than you. See, I'm the other way. In fact, born reality, I found this a teacher, another teacher. Listen, he came by the school today, right? The guy came by the school, and we happened to have the website up for the cybersecurity stuff. So when he looked at it, he was like, "Oh, yo, I got expertise in this," and he started telling me all about it. So I'm like, "Well, yo, guy, being that you seem highly qualified more so than me, are you willing to?" Yes, what I'm saying. I don't have no problem saying, "Yeah, guy, just hearing you speak, you're more qualified than me to lead the way on that." I think that's a fairly difficult thing to do right there. You understand what I'm saying? Is to admit that, we got to put our best foot forward. And this time, it's not you. And the other thing is, it's a very, we got one culture, right? We got a culture, understand that, right? We like mine and all that. But see, it's something dangerous, right? About, when you think that you're so right, that you're just willing to take extremely drastic measures, right? So that everybody does things the way you want to do it. See what I'm saying? Like the scientists that got mad about people speaking, you ain't speaking the language he wants you to speak. You know, you try to get everybody to do this one thing that, you know, you see that as, you know, the Tower of Babel. Even Yakub, people wasn't acting how he wanted them to act. So then, you know, this is another thing where, okay, you don't like that and you address it. We deal with wisdom, right? We wisdom our power, right? Show and prove who we are. You know, but when you just try to force everybody to do things your way, right? I'm just saying historically, if we're gonna learn something, right, from all these different stories, that always backfires. That always backfires. You know, and that's the reason why, you know, sometimes, you know, we come together and, you know, it's, you know, we can't come to these agreements is because, you know, you trying to get everybody to see things your way, right? Instead of developing an understanding, right, between y'all, in which some knowledge and wisdom that somebody else manifested, right, may be the perfect solution for this part of the problem. You understand what I'm saying? But you only want it to go your way. You know what I'm saying? You know, every single little T that's crossed and I that's dotted has to be your way, or you're willing to sink the whole plan. Yeah, that's a good word right there. Mad scientists. See, that's a certain science right there, right? Where you got to understand what you build. See, we used to cover that a lot in the beginning of the live stream. You know, if you don't understand what you build, it could destroy you. Boy, I said, I see mad as discontent, dissatisfaction. I mean, generally speaking, you know, that's the, you know, you know, it comes in different forms. You know, sometimes they're dissatisfied that their peers aren't recognizing them. You know, they're dissatisfied that someone else stole their invention. You know what I'm saying? They do always have some major dissatisfaction. You know, you're so upset with humanity that you're going to make your own Frankenstein. Alamel is the guy. Now, wait. Alamel, give us a, so y'all don't know about Alamel. Alamel, give us a paragraph. Listen, y'all don't know about Alamel, what you're going to learn today. Give us a paragraph, Alamel. Now, going, hey, listen, welcome. I'm about to give y'all an introduction. I'm about to give y'all an introduction to my life. Alamel, give us a paragraph. Yeah, I know who you are. give us a paragraph. Y'all don't know. I know it's taking a minute, but we gotta wait for this. Y'all don't understand. In just a minute, you will. So Alamel says malnutrition is at the root of a good deal of dissatisfaction. Well, yeah, if you're hungry, you're gonna be mad. That's that would be, that's I want to give me a real paragraph, not that. So you trying. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Nah, give us a real paragraph. Supreme Man, what's the deal? Supreme Man, I know you got some. I know. Listen, you ready to come on and talk about current events because I know you got some. Listen, I know you got some serious takes on the current events. The current events going on out there now. Mr. Greenwood said, I have never saw a happy, hungry motherfucker. I mean, yeah, that was a given. That was a given. He tried to just manifest a truism on us, man. Give us a real paragraph, man. Five phrase from the Providence Plantations. Well, reality say your stomach can be full and one can still be malnourished. Yeah. But that's mostly because what you filling your stomach with, you still hungry. Hold on, wait a minute, man. See, I think I gotta go back in the archives. Cause y'all think I'm playing. I gotta go in the archives and show y'all the kind of stuff that me and Alamel build on when y'all ain't around. This is the kind of stuff. Okay. The human body contains 6 quarts of blood. The heart generically pumps 6 tons a day over 60,000 miles of circuitry every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 46 seconds. It takes 45 seconds in he or her for the blood to complete a cipher from heart to brain in a quote-unquote normal body. Also, the blood represents iron and the body is a carbon unit. Iron and carbon make steel. Therefore, the righteous don't lie, don't drink, don't allow others to think for them, live in the present, and activate the physical body. Peace and prosperity. We are no longer poor because the answers in the 1 to 40 are very near correct. We must be right and exact. So look, I'm gonna put the link here. Anybody who could break that down for me. Here's the link right there. You go. Anybody? We might need some. I think we need a sharper sword than me. to break this here down. Anyone? No, nobody. Nobody's willing to come on here right now. Is this what you're saying? This what you're saying? No one's willing to come on right now and break that down. He said, I was on my last bottle of baking chew. You mean Baji chew? Who's baking chew? "45 seconds from hard to break." Hey, listen, man. I don't. You just listen. I just anybody just break it down. Robbie said, "I really noticed that." Hold on for a second. Robbie said, "I really noticed that whatever the Democrats think the Republicans." Hold on. Whatever the Dems think the Republicans disagree, and vice versa on any issue, they don't even agree on a pointed line in the street, not a tax or an expenditure. Do they agree? I mean, at the end of the day, that's to the point where, look, slavery / civil rights is kind of, just one of the best examples because, it was Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Originally, that's who was on the abolitionist side of things. You know what I'm saying? So, 100 years is a considerable amount of time, but saying in that 100 years from 1865 to 1965, they totally flipped. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, it's clear that they're not even sincere about any of these points of views because, they can easily flip, just based upon the kind of the political climate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what Supreme Man, what say you?
I have a confession. I stabbed Derek Chauvin. It was me. Yo, but that was good news right there, though.
Yeah, hey, look at that. That was crazy because I'm thinking like, yo, he's in population.
Right.
They really shitted on you, man. Like, they threw you all the way under the bus.
Word.
They got you in Marion now.
Hey, I was loving hearing that. But for real though, I'm a little behind in current events because I was coaching Pop Warner this year. My son, the quarterback. We went 9-0. We scored 241 points. Our opposition scored 12 the whole year. We won our first round playoff game and we lost in the second round, guys.
By how much? A squeaker?
24-13.
Well, was that the whole 12 points they scored on you?
No, before that, the teams only scored 12 in 9 games. And in that last game, we lost 24-13.
Y'all ran into an offensive juggernaut out there.
No. We fumbled 5 times, God.
Oh, on the goal line?
Nah, just all over the field. One kid fumbled 3 times.
Hey, listen, man, I thought you're not the heart and soul out there no more, man.
I mean,
Hey, yo, why am I hearing both why am I hearing you 2 times?
Me or him? I don't know, Lord. Nah, G, I can't do nothing about a kid fumbling. I wanted to check his pockets.
You start doing something you're not supposed to be doing, huh?
I don't know if he took the payoff or what, Lord. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
But you know something though? I wasn't aware that football season is over because a lot of the kids that's in the boxing program, they play football too. So
Oh, okay.
so they have a big tournament. So yeah, this Sunday, I got a couple of them back. But
That's big.
they want to get on basketball right now, so we're gonna start doing the basketball with them too.
Yeah, I'm about to coach basketball in December.
All right. Yeah, that's the y'all don't know about Supreme Man. He's a coach extraordinaire. Hey, listen, when he gets into this mode right now, this is all he talks about.
Yeah, I coach football, basketball, and baseball.
When he gets into this mode. Listen. Well, listen, man, that's what 5%ers are supposed to do.
Facts.
Man. So it is what it is.
Facts.
Born reality.
Yo, so I got like 2 feeds. I'm hearing you on the YouTube and I'm hearing this one, and one is delayed, so I don't know how to shut it down. Yo.
Yeah, shut off the YouTube while you on StreamYard.
All right. Okay. Let's see if I can do that.
Peace. I do got something to discuss with you, but I don't know if I should discuss it in this forum or just wait till I build with you. It's about the new every 5 years a group of brothers come with their own manifestations.
Oh, listen, yeah, touch me later.
Okay.
And I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Right? Every 5 years, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Whew. Little seltzer water right there. I don't know what it is. I like the acid kind of taste or something. I don't know what it is. It's like it's the sparkling part.
The water is good, man. Water is good. I've been seeing a little upsurgence in people wanting the knowledge, but it seems like you have to be a little more detailed because so people have so much information in this day and time, and they looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb, which isn't a problem. But remember, when we got the knowledge, we'll ask a brother a question. They'd be like, "You know 120 yet?" No. Well, don't ask me nothing until you know 120. You know what I mean? And this generation of brothers, you can't really come at them like that because they could just push a button, and get the information. So teaching is different now.
Well, which I've always seen that. I don't know about for her. But one thing I always drew up about that from back in the time is that when we got the knowledge, that was the knowledge born years. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
We was impressed by that, by just the knowledge being born, because it was a lot of things that, was really coming into, we was just coming into that type of knowledge, you know, when we was growing up. You know, I'm talking about original people as a whole. So, you know, we was much more impressed by that. Whereas this is the wisdom at a cipher years. You know what I'm saying? Where people want to see your wisdom at a cipher to see
Right.
from this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, I think that's one of the reasons why somebody like Jay-Z wears the flag, they get a response. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, if you wearing the flag, but then it's like you got all this stuff to show. But you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he is a 5%. I'm just saying that if we walking around with flags on, we got all this stuff to show for it that people can see with the naked eye. You understand what I mean? Like, you know, at one time, you know, each lesson was supposed to get you $10.
Where was that?
That all the way going back to the mosque. Each lesson was supposed to get you $10.
In the mosque. Okay, I got you.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, right? We got these lessons so we can survive. So even if it's not, you know, not saying that you're trying to get a particular monetary value for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, standing on the corner without no money, talking about all this righteous shit will get you killed. I mean, listen, look back. That is.
That's interesting that you say that.
I mean,
I don't know. You know the quote that Russell Simmons has in his book. I read his book too. That particular book. He said the flies, cats in the hood was the 5%ers and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, it is no question that when you saw the people that was kind of controlling everything, it was 5%. You know, the magnetic was strong. You know what I'm saying? In terms of you know, the people that was being looked up to on most of the blocks was 5%. It was a lot of them was abusing power, and the things that they had people looking up to them for wasn't always right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in like, when's the last time you heard the phrase "the best things in life is free"? Like that's not a world that the young is growing up in. You should think like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, things that was free when we were small is commodified now.
Right.
You know so, you know.
So hold on, God. Peace to the gods.
Please.
Peace, supreme man. I never met you before, God, but I seen your face for years through video and things of that nature. So, peace to the God. I'm born reality. Peace, Almighty.
Peace, God. Where you from, God?
Originally, I'm from Pelon, God.
Okay, that's peace, God.
But I live in Savior Sea, but I actively build on the land in Now Sea. So I live like 10 minutes from the border, Queen City, Charlotte, but I live in the state of South Carolina.
Okay, that's peace. I was in Raleigh this summer.
Okay. Yeah, the guards from Raleigh, if they be adding on, you know what I'm saying? They definitely be adding on Brother Sure Reality out there and Intelligent Allah. So definitely.
Well, my good brother's in Sharu from Trenton, New Jersey, where I'm from. He's in Charlotte.
He's in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his physical degree?
Power culture.
Sharu, how long you been in Charlotte?
Maybe like 7 years.
Okay. He's not in tune with none of the guards down here physically?
I'm sure he is. Maybe I could connect you to.
Yeah, yeah, you know, because I mean, I was building with. I'm trying to remember who I was building with, and so yeah. Well, regardless, we said that there's a lot of guards. Like it's over 100. It's definitely over 100 guards in Charlotte. However, you know, I might only have actually met 20, but it's a lot of guards in Charlotte, and you know, everybody's not going to be active in the same way. So. But yeah, if the guard is, you know, he got some skills, he want to come out, he want to be around the children, he want to add on, you know what I'm saying? Just strive to put him in contact with us. And, you know, we actively building.
You know Shabu? You know Shabu?
Parliament every third Sunday. Say that again, God.
You know Shabu?
From Medina?
Yeah.
True indeed.
Yeah, that's my man. What town is he in again?
But nah, Shabu not in Charlotte in Charlotte no more. He in Guardsboro. That's where he be at mostly.
Okay. That's my man right there.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm from Trenton, New Jersey, but I'm a Medina guy. It's you know.
Okay.
Billsville.
Okay, so you from Trenton, New Jersey, but you're a Medina guard. So that means you got the knowledge in Medina, or some. When you get the knowledge, Almighty?
I got corrective knowledge in Medina. I got the knowledge in Trenton.
Okay.
I got corrective knowledge in Medina and Bill God.
And Bill God. Okay.
My tree is from Medina.
That's peace, God.
Yeah.
That's peace.
Well, Shabu is one of my big bros.
Oh yeah, me and Shabu, we built together. You know, I'm one of the guards that had the school in the barbershop down here in 2015. We were joint partners in that.
Oh, that's peace.
And then it went amok, right? Because the foundation wasn't right. But anyway.
Right.
You live and you learn, and willfully you get to live through it, you know what I mean? And move from it. So yeah. But no, so you said things are Darkim, you said, when's the last time you heard the saying that the best things in life are free? So I haven't heard it in a while, but I'm just thinking, but when was that really? Like, we got any actual live examples of some things that were free? And we know free is not only talking about monetary, right? So yeah, I'm listening to
happiness.
120 lessons.
Love, peace, and happiness.
Parts of God.
Love, peace, and happiness are free.
Yeah, and
free transportation to the holy city.
I would put 120 lessons in there.
Okay. Right. I could see that.
You couldn't buy 120 lessons on Amazon. You couldn't send nobody money and get it. The only thing that you have to do is spend 5 cents to get a copy.
That's true. So, but that's why I said what I said when free is not only monetary, because even to gain 120 and get those, you had to trade your time. Right. So that's why I said distinctively that free is not only monetary, because there's always a trade. There's always an exchange.
But here's the thing. The things that you just said, right? We have that in abundance. You understand what I'm saying? Like my attention, I got that for free.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm giving of myself. That's what it is. You when you give of yourself, then you're not spending this money and shit where it's like, okay, now you got this other thing that you gotta have anxiety about. Like, yo, if I get there, what if I'm short for the 1 to 40, yo? What if the 1 to 40 ain't on sale this morning?
Okay, I get it. Okay, I can see that. So, but God, I can see that 100. So you're right though, because when I built that parliament, I mentioned that, and I was talking about the youth and what, and I know we still got the magnetic, God, it's just some of us have enhanced magnetic, right? But what I was saying is that what we missing or what's been added that kind of pulled from that magnetic is that it's nothing to get 120. You could go online and get it. You can buy it. Whereas when most of us got it, we had to get a degree at a time. And that kept you coming back to get more. But now, if you get it whole encased in this book, so we got a young brother around us now. And so he got the lessons offline. He bought the book, 120 Lessons, right? And so when he came around us, you know, he wasn't as vigorous as the other, you know, as some of the other guards, the other younger guards around us, like Prince Powerful, because he already got all the lessons. So even though he didn't go through the proper rites and passage to really, you know, go through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of that, it's just like, okay, well, I got that. I know what it say. And so it's really nothing that attracts them back to come and get more. So that's something that I'm seeing right now, as far as, you know, when we look at the young out there, and, you know, we can look at our history and see that it reveals how you know, and I wasn't there, right? I wasn't there, but I could see the visuals from the recordings, because when I got the knowledge, so the knowledge found me. Like, I like to say that the knowledge found me in the year Build Equality in Pelon by my peer. We was both knowledge culture. And so at that time, when the knowledge first found me, I didn't build all the way through 120, right? Because there's some things that happened that deterred me the other way. And so as I continue to develop years, months, and days later, you know how, you know, once you got knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you can always look back in your life and understand why certain things happened. You know, certain things that happened that made you move in a certain direction, you can recall those things as you grow and develop through over years, months, and days. And so, yeah, I think that definitely is, and I was saying that to go into something else, but I'm going to stop right there on that part. But back to my main point is that, you know, yeah.
Can I add on to that, God?
Parts of God?
Can I add on to that for a second?
Add, Almighty.
So the person that acquires 120, like buying it or whatever, right? What you have to get them to understand is the internalization of the information is just the door opener to the school of thought of all things. And what I say about that is, when you get that knowledge and internalize it, you can adequately speak on many different subjects. The Quran, the Bible, the solar facts, people that say I'm past 120, I start asking them questions like, well, who was Mount Everest named after? Give me the history of all of the planets and what they mean. What is the meaning of Atlantic? What is the meaning of Pacific? Things of that nature. Because it's an unending aspect of reality that you can always refer to. So when that brother, even though he may physically possess it, if he really looks to internalize it, he can always learn different things. And it's always challenging that mindset. You know what I mean? That individuals have when they start saying, I know this, I know that. There's always another level. Umallah told me that when he was learning from the father told him it was 7 understandings of each degree. Now we're in the information age. So it's probably more than that, because the information has been dug in deeper. So for an individual to say, I possess this, but have you internalized it? How do you make the knowledge work? If you just like memorize 120, you got good information. But where do you place that information and make yourself and others better? That's how I would come at him. You know what I'm saying?
That's peace, God. I definitely see that. And so you said, right? So just on there's 7 interpretations to what did you say, God?
7 understandings to each degree. That's what Umar taught me.
Okay, and
And
so
that was back in the 60s.
right. So one of my big brothers here, I War, and he got knowledge from Kundalini. That's who he got when he was
Okay.
behind the wall. So, and our War got the knowledge in his 30s. The God is like power. He's probably like power, about to be power right now, or he just
Right.
recently turned power. And he said that, it's at least 9 breakdowns,
That's peace.
or
That's peace.
at least 9. And so I said, okay, I can see, 9 is born. That's going through the whole cycle before you add knowledge to the cipher. I can see that, but it's just at least 9. But we know in a cipher there's 360 degrees. So that means that at any one thing that we look at on each of those angles, we could see something different looking at the same thing.
Yeah, I can see that. As long as it's logical.
Right.
And you can take it from knowledge of born from an informational standpoint. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna get into that, Darkim, but these brothers that saying that Q stands for quarter and not queen, like,
Hold on. Hey, yo.
Listen. Nobody listen to that.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Hey, listen.
Hey, yo,
Hold on,
guess who said that to me today?
Let me do the Jedi mind trick. Everybody erase that from your mind. Everybody erase that from your mind.
yo, son, yo, son, come on, man.
So the young God said that to me today.
Show and prove, man. That's all my whole thing.
I said, well, but he answered when I asked him, when I questioned him about it, he answered it properly. Because when I asked him, he said, well, I don't know what they mean. I don't have a definition for quarter, so I can't even begin to try to even dissect that. I was like, okay, that's a good answer.
Right.
And we left it there.
You know, a lot of times when somebody comes with a totally left field manifestation, they have an ulterior motive, man. That's just the reality, man. You know, when you meet a man and he speaks and doesn't let you get in the word edgewise, he has an ulterior motive. Stuff like that. What is your real motive? Like, what are you trying to do? And if you want to have your own nation, you know the signs, Darkim. Go ahead and do it. Just go do it. Just leave us alone.
But look, here's the thing, right? Is that, you gotta, I personally, I in my mind, I avoid doing that, right? But kind of the one-upsmanship, right? Where, you try to find some obscure fact that nobody else knows and shit, and now you the supreme God because,
right.
Because see, a lot of things, there might be some historical precedence to it, right? But necessarily that, like I said, man, over the years of the knowledge being manifested, if you got the knowledge in 1964, you didn't get all the same things you got in 1968.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you got to know what it was when Allah said, teach on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And you got to respect that, just to say that a man was 41, right? Nobody that's a teenager is going to know everything with that person. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to embody this person's whole existence. Because if you can, what was you doing? How did you live your life? Yes,
right.
if you and for me, that's just something that I never did in terms of, you know, I don't have the knowledge by stories. Like some people, you know, they heard all these stories of what people said, right? But see, like you said, now if you ask them to show prove that in real time right now, what does it mean to you, or even what does it mean in 2023? Everything that was important that meant something in 1964, that thing might don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Or something like the computer that we're using right now, right? This is something, that's why Allah got come in his own good time.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of that stuff, man, you know, I hear, you know, especially being here, so all the people's always come to ask the question, you know, what is this and what is that? Listen, man, you know, and then especially for me, it's that, look, if you bringing it up to say that, yo, God, did you know that at one time, you know, in history, this was the case, or that was the case, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you're showing up to tell me that, listen, no, this is the real way it is, and everybody going the other way is escape, and all of this.
The videos for my school thing took like 52 minutes.
Okay.
You know, in that type of situation like that, you lost me just in general. You know what I'm saying? But you know, who knows what it's about, man? Because, you know, for me, a lot of these new conflicts is just that. They new.
I'm glad you said that, because today's mathematics is wisdom, build, destroy, manifesting, knowledge, add, a cipher, or coming to knowledge. So when I was and so, you know, I just was at the Universal Parliament. You know, it's a lot of rumblings going on within the nation, a lot of activity, a lot of things being said. And then the question asks, the knowledge cipher degree, knowledge added cipher degree, and the student enrollment asks the question, what is the birth record of said nations other than Islam? And then it tells you Buddhism. See, I was studying this today, and I had this revelation at Show and Prove, this past Show and Prove. But, you know, it's always developing, right? And I didn't build on it with the person I wanted to build on it about, because it just didn't happen. But when you look at Buddhism, 35,000 years, God, that's a whole Quran plus 10,000 years. And that degree is talking about said, right? Said nation. So that lets you know, to me, this is how I seen it today. Motherfuckers going say shit, been saying shit, and fucking 25,000 years plus 10,000 in Buddhism been saying things. And so that let us know that these things have been happening way before we was even here in the physical form, talking about you and me, even here in the physical form, and they gonna be happening way after. They gonna be happening way after. So, you know, we just have to find a way to continue to move forward as a nation and put the pieces in place so that as time moves on, you know, things will kind of, and things are still going to be said, but I think it's important that we set some standards among those that, you know, take on that responsibility. Like I was saying earlier, everybody can't do everything, right? So how I look at our nation is the same way, you know, and some might disagree, but this is just how I see it, right? So when we look at the government, right, United States government, right, we got Congress and we got Senate, and these individuals are working in different areas in order to make sure the nation is run properly. All of them cannot be involved in everything. So you have to be able to know what your best part is, qualify yourself, and also others gonna see that you qualified, and you take on that role. But you can't be here, there, over there, trying to have say so in here. I just, that right there, is just gonna be, it's just too much for an individual to be involved in. So that's why, we think that committees, form, and we know committees have already been formed in our nation. However, I think we at a critical time as the nation continues to grow. We in 11 regions, we going all over the planet Earth. I think, we have to hear us, the best knowers in the East, the wise men of the East have to set the know-how, the ingenuity on how we're going to move further into the future and be more sound in how we build for the future. Peace.
Here's what I think is crucial, though, right? Is that we don't want to break into sects. You know what I mean? SCCTS. See, by these stories, right, where we pick a favorite person, that's how Islam broke up. You know what I'm saying? Where, the Sunnis wanted to follow the caliphs, and the Shias wanted to follow Muhammad's family. You see what I'm saying? And so, when we start with these kind of stories like that, right, in making these separations based on that, that's where that kind of comes into play. Because, like both of y'all are saying, when one person is trying to, be the overlord of everything, and then they're not allowed to do that, what is often the result of that is them going off and starting another faction. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not able to accept that, in any unit, right? You're not gonna get everything you want. You understand what I'm saying? But if y'all gonna remain a unit, like even Supreme Man, he's teaching the youth football, right? That's a lesson that little kids got to learn, that look, we're not going to throw the ball to you every play. You understand what I'm saying? But we a team, and on this play right here, we need you to block so we can make a touchdown and shit. You see what I'm saying? So, that's kind of the danger that I see. You know what I'm saying? Is that, if we don't, if we don't have enough understanding, right, about, just how we could all be having a particular experience, you know what I'm saying, in the 5%. You know what I'm saying? Where you from, the people that you around, you know what I'm saying, the environment that you in, you know what I'm saying, in general, all of these things can affect your experience and the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And once you stop respecting that, there's 5% in all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? High society, some is in the penitentiary, and sometimes it comes down to that, especially when we in the rally or, certain, whatever we congregated, right? Where it's like, okay, these people over here is built, you know what I'm saying, for survival in the streets. And these people over here, they just didn't spend their time doing that, right? They spent their time picking up some other skills, right? And if we can't respect that, okay, those other skills is necessary, you know what I'm saying? And then many times, those tough guy skills become a detriment. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they both have their times when they the best solution, and they both have their times when it can cause you to move backwards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody has already expressed that, listen, I don't give a fuck what you write on that paper. this is how it is, then okay, now you need to go the other way. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes you just come in and you present in a certain way where a person, so that to me is what is dangerous about these different things where, you know, we don't just look at these as, okay, these is different experiences within the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You grew up around these brothers who, you know, when they was around Allah, this is what Allah spoke about. You understand what I'm saying? You know, then I might have grew up around a brother, right, that, you know, he had particular things about him. So Allah told him certain things because that's what he needed to know. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe that don't coincide with what all the other brothers got. You see what I'm saying? But now to discount that and say, yeah, that's not. So what my thing is this, right? Like I said, all of these different sects of Islam, for the most part, is because they following a particular leader, right? The difference with us, right, is that we deal with the science of it. So see, when you deal with the science of it, it don't matter who said it. It don't matter when they said it. It matters if you could prove it right now. You understand what I'm saying? If Newton said it was gravity in 17 whatever, and then right now today we couldn't, you know, nothing was falling to the ground, at the very least we would have to say some degree of change occurred. Even if that, you know, not saying that he wasn't right then, but some degree of change must have occurred, right? And then we could go back and measure that change and see how it happened or whatever the case may be. But, you know, if we don't get to the science, right, of just showing and proving what's right, right? Now, who's right? Now, who's the toughest? But what's right, right? If we don't stick to that, you're going to start seeing factions.
Well, listen, God, we have a historical precedent of these things already. We got Robert Walker.
Right.
We got Kate Mann.
Right.
So I say this. If brothers are manifesting some left field stuff, of course you're going to address it. But through my history of being in this nation, it'll just die off like the L's and the Bays. When we was real young in knowledge, that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
The L's and the Bays. And now if you look around, a lot of them brothers, they not around. You know what I mean? Because see, this doubt is the heart of misconception. So if you're misconceiving something that's simple as queen, that means within your deepest mentality, you have a doubt, because that's what's going to lead to the misconception. So that's really an internal thing with whoever is manifesting that. However, to my understanding, he has some degree of magnetic, so he's going to attract certain people. But if you remember from us building with the older brothers, because we wasn't there, the father said, if you want to go with Robert Walker, go ahead. He didn't stop him. You know what I mean? Go with him then. You know what I mean? And you see what happened to that cycle. So I think it's a very similar thing. I think that sometimes you have to have a balance. You can't study lessons to the point of where you can't see anything in real time. You understand what I'm saying? It's peace to study. You should study. You should read it and all of that, right? But you have to compartmentalize it for results. If whatever you studying gonna make you take the black woman out of the supreme alphabet and reduce her to a quarter moon, then you got to think about, where does that thought come from? Is it chauvinism, right? And when you deal with the Nation of Islam, they use a lot of tenets from the religion of Islam, which is very, very chauvinistic. You know what I mean? So are you grafting that onto your mentality? Have you been reading a lot of that information? It's not really that hard. You know what I mean? To deal with these individuals. However, we just got to let them die out. We got to address them now, because we have younger people coming in this knowledge. Like the God said, a younger God even asked him about it. So it has to be points of reference. In this day and time, we like the points of reference, God. You know what I'm saying? Our physical degrees, our experience in His nature. But all we could do is manifest it. Remember, we go to the rally and ask all kind of questions. And if you think about all the stuff we used to ask, the guys be looking at us like we stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now we sit in those chairs. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. So we always going to have individuals that's coming with something different, man. Because this knowledge right here, it brings out the best and the worst of you. You have to compartmentalize it as best as you could for the best, right? But some of the illest criminals ever is God's. Some of the illest pimp is God's. But we have God doctors and God lawyers. You know what I mean? At the same time, there's no hiding in this science. There's no deity that you can point to outside of yourself that's making you do it. You know, they say the devil made me do it. Or won't he do it? You know what I'm saying? In terms of being a mystery God. When you internalize this knowledge, you fully understand that there's nothing outside of you that motivates you to do anything. And that to me is really what being God is. Because I'm not God over Darkim. I'm not God over born reality. I'm just aware of that I structure my thoughts based upon the information that I have. I always say this, and I don't want to be long-winded, but I always equate knowledge of self to kung fu in this regard. When you learn kung fu, right, it's the art of self-defense. So that means somebody has to attack you for you to perform martial arts in its purest form. It's not an attack form, right? So you can learn all of those katas and all of that, right? But if you don't have heart, you can't execute it. So when you get the knowledge of yourself, right? Basically, it teaches you that when something goes awry in your life or in a different pattern, you have a point of reference of how to do right. The 85%ers are not moving on that frequency. So a lot of times they move in emotionalism. Not saying we don't get emotional, but you're not supposed to let your emotions supersede your mentality. So when something doesn't go right, you have a point of reference of being righteous, how you supposed to move. You understand what I'm saying? So these individuals that's dealing with all this stuff, we gonna see if they be here in 10 years. We'll be here.
And listen, now look, that is
So I gotta go get my charger. My phone is out. I'll be right back.
now look, that's where my thing is, right? Is that and I always say that, right? Is that the truest test of all this stuff, right, is life. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You can have all these hot seats and everything, right? But when you get out there into the world, you know what I'm saying? The greater world, like we all come in, right, and we in the cipher, you know what I'm saying? Like you with your tree, y'all all got the same knowledge. Like y'all in the perfect world for your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you saying, it exists there for real. But then when you go back home, right, and you got your women and your babies there, do that shit apply? You understand? Right. When you get to your job, do that shit apply? You know what I'm saying? At rent time, do that shit apply?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, this is what I'll be looking at a lot of times. People come because, like you said, it's a lot of what I see is it's a lot of energy. I look at the positive part. It's a lot of energy, right? And it's a lot of people who may not have gotten the knowledge if it wasn't presented like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, that's what I look at. And then to me, it's something that, like you said, it's like, okay, I'm kind of sitting back and just kind of letting it burn out. You know what I mean? Because you know, that that's what it seems like to me. Like you said, it's like these people is, you know, y'all just getting the lessons, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, it's not just like I said, when they call you down to the school, right? And they say, listen, you know, sir, none of your kids got immunizations, right? And now you got to explain your culture to these people over here. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and like you said, look, in this day and time, when you go to the school, the principal probably knows the 5%. You know what I'm saying? But back then, nah, you going in there, these people don't have no concept of these kinds of things. You see what I mean? Will you still be able to show and prove then? You see, because look, and a lot of people, they're not looking at that. Like, you know, in other worlds, when you're going to be tested. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be tested when you get in front of the judge, is you going to hold water. You understand what I'm saying? But with this, man, it's basically, you know, are you going to deny that the black man is God? You understand what I'm saying? When you get out there, are you going to, you know, the same way in other worlds, you can't drop your colors and shit. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say, no, I'm not. Now, look, for us, if we do it, what you going to do? You're going to go to, okay, it was Thanksgiving, and you went over there, and they made the fucking whatever. They put lard in it, fried chicken and shit. Right? Are you deny that you God?
You sound like Umar right now, yeah.
Hey, listen, that's my man. You know what's funny? When you was talking about it, because I was thinking about, you know, Umar used to curse me out. Yo, God. Well, I remember the first thing, right? We standing there looking at Umar one day, right? You remember Power, right?
Which Power?
Power that used to be with us back in the days.
Okay, yeah, indeed.
One day we standing there, Power like, yo, man, Umar look just like Allah, man. I think that's insane. So we go over there, I assume I'm like, yo, man, you Allah's biological son. Hey, listen, and every time I used to ask him a question, he cursed me out, man. I'm like, yo, Umar, man, what about this? Man, you don't know this, man. What's wrong with you?
Right. But you know what I say? I say about him, to me, he was the only brother that no matter what you asked him, even if he came in a cold current, he would take the time to explain it to you, or at least give you a roadmap for instruction to go find the information for yourself. So that's what I try to be when I speak to any youth dealing with anything. You know, in this information age, right? Dealing with the sports cipher that I deal with, when we play sports, the coach would be like, run through the wall. You just do it on impulse.
Mm-hmm.
However, the way I coach now is like, if I teach a kid how to run a pass pattern, I got to run the pattern for him, fast then slow, and then tell him why it should be run in this fashion and how it's going to help the quarterback get him the ball. Because they have so much information now coming in their brains that you gotta explain it from knowledge to born. It's making us, this day and time is making us utilize our most powerful lessons, which is the math and the alphabets, even without physically saying them. That's the greatness of those 2 degrees, because you do them anyway. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You're going to wisdom build in some process every day. Now, having the knowledge gives you the opportunity to consciously apply it for the right circumstances at the right time for the right cause. Because the 85% is still God. They don't know it though. So they can't put it in the right place for the right time for the right circumstance. They utilize God power to overthrow, overcome, or underwhelm in an undertaking. Because that's God power too. You know what I mean? Scheme and all of that. It's just a level of 6 because the truth can exist without a lie, but the lie can't exist without no truth. You know what I'm saying? A lie has to be made to sound what? Good. You know what I mean? It has to sound like, look at the concept of the mystery God. When you die, after all this shit you went through, it's some shit up there waiting for you. You know what I mean? And then going through the course, if you go through the history of Christianity and the implication of it, or the application of it rather, there was a lot of strife going on with the people who was taught that. So, damn, fuck it, I just can't wait to die then. It sounds good. You know what I mean? That's my whole point. So even these dudes with the quarter stuff, if they are coming from a foundation of chauvinism and the divide between men and women at this time, they're capitalizing on that by teaching that. Or they can have harem of women. You know how that shit go.
Yeah.
Remember that dude? What's the dude? The one that said he was the god, and then he starts saying men can have babies through their butt.
Ooh,
What's that dude name?
that's in jail now, Tahuti?
Yeah, Tahuti.
Stop.
Right. That's another dude, right?
Stop it, man.
Yo, he started a whole, but he had a harem. I'm sorry, but he had a harem. So he was, cultivating that for his own. He had an ulterior motive. That's my whole point.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So somebody got an ulterior motive behind this new so-called science. So we'll find out about it.
it's possible. But one thing you made me think about. See, the thing for me with Umar was he was the easiest to digest.
Yes.
Not what he told you was the least profound, but
Mhm.
he spoke plain English. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like if you talking to Dumont, you need reference books.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you talking to Prince, you need a calculator. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
If you talking to Atmin, you gotta have a philosophical framework.
Right.
He just talk to you that like that. That was what I like about Umar. But ultimately,
I'm gonna go upstairs.
we was talking. I don't know what we was on at that time. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think it's just a little bit mad scientist. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's all. I mean, at the end of the day, it ain't really that bad, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, this
And
too shall pass, as they say.
you know what else it is too is that they're easy because see, like you said, this happens all the time, right? But just because of the environment right now, you understand what I mean? Like if we was talking about the standing room only rallies, right? Where all these different people went up there, then this one event and two events wouldn't really stand out like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's, because right now the way how things is, it's like a lot of things it looks more amplified than what it is. But the the reality is to me that's the main thing because I talk to them. I tell them that listen, you don't want to cause separation because see some of these things, right? I've seen these people. I've seen people. On both sides of whatever issue, right? I'm talking about in the past, right? And everybody's in the same cipher. You know what I'm saying? Yo, guys, you hungry? I'm about to go to the store. You see what I'm saying? So that now that people is arguing over it, I don't understand where's you understand what I'm saying? Because these things always existed, but now all of a sudden there's a misunderstanding over it. You see what I'm saying? Like look, when you read it, have you read the book of the five? That book with the history of the 5%?
Yeah.
Now,
That the old gods put out.
yeah. Now, if you read it, you will see
I
that
love it. I ain't really love it.
it's saying things that the other ones is not saying. You understand what I'm saying? Now, why didn't they ban the other people from putting what they put in the book? Why didn't they tell the other people, nah, you can't put that in there?
So, and I wanted to say this earlier, and so this was a thought that I definitely wanted to get out, and I think it was Agard, right? When Agard was here in Queen City, I seen a recording. I can't remember what year it was, but in that recording, Agard said that Allah was like a bottle, and that bottle, a glass bottle, and you break it, and Allah split all these pieces. You know, you could break a bottle, it could be 100 pieces, and all those pieces is a piece of Allah, but none of those pieces are the same.
Same. Mm-hmm.
And that's the best understanding that I can get from these things that we've seen in the past, that we seeing now, and that we gonna continue to see. Allah he broke himself off, and everybody got something different. So who can just, you can just say, well, Allah didn't tell me that, but you can't tell another person what Allah told them. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And then look,
I mean, y'all got babies.
Here's the thing too. You can't expect me, right? Right? Like, okay, I grew up around certain people, right? And now you want me to accept that this person is a liar. Like that's what you know what I'm saying? You want me to now turn around and say, well, yeah, this person's a liar because you came and told me something. In the meantime, you don't even know this brother. And I walked with him and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why for me, that's another reason why it's kind of like, okay, let me not go down into that level and even, so that's how I've been handling it. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
listen, I gotta call him though, man. Because listen, you don't know how many calls I got today. And then listen, as soon as you came, I was like, wait a minute.
All on the same thing?
All on the same thing, G. Well, listen, at first I was ignoring, like I heard, like, but I'm thinking, like, man, listen, man, come on, man. We right here, G. We right here, son. We at the cusp of greatness, B. You understand what I'm saying? You muted.
I'm trying, but that's how it's supposed to be when you on the cusp. You're gonna get the most turbulence when you get right there on the cusp, girl. Yeah. See, so now, that's where you gotta really show and prove. That now we at the point, and so something else that is amplifying it is just the times we in and the way that information moves. See, it's sound and light consistently right there when it happens, boom. So, that's something else that's like when you were saying when it was standing room only, and because it's not standing room only, these things are amplified, but it's also the way that information is traveling, and that makes the amplification of it even greater.
Yeah, something, not for nothing, that's what y'all was saying earlier, but I'm saying, look, even this live stream all contributes to that. See, at one time, you had to come to the hill to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like people had heard, like, yeah, you want to get the knowledge. Y'all know a brother over there that knows all about it. But you had to come to the hill, G. See, now you just tune in. You got all week to go back. Before, if you didn't understand, you had to come back and ask me. Now you can just refer back to the live stream. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all of this is the environment that we in. But it's like, where everything is give and take. Because the reason why I originally came on here is because, okay, it got to the point we had a series of rallies, right? And in the series of rallies, everybody was talking about what's going on the internet and who's doing something wrong on the internet and why is things wrong on the internet. So it's like, okay, that's like a corner that we ain't never stood on that corner and said the black man is God. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh snap, is God's in that school over there? Yeah, we don't know them and shit. Let's go over there and see if they want. You see what I'm saying? We don't. So all this right here is you know, it's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's where the young eyes is. You know what I'm saying? The physical eyes and the third eyes. You see what I'm saying? But on the other hand, yeah, it you know, it changes something that there's a certain kind of magic, right, in us just being together.
That's a fact.
And that don't
That's
don't
real.
happen when we all, you know, we can call each other and stay in tune, we on point, you know what I'm saying, help each other and all that. But it's not the same as when I come outside and see Born Reality and be like, yo, let's go over here. Beg, no doubt, but yo, let's pick up Supreme Man and look, we just going around the corner. We ain't even, you see what I'm saying? When we able to do that and just when we there, you know, in the cipher building face to face, that's something different. Like when you used to come to the rally back in the days, you used to leave feeling physically different. You understand what I'm saying?
You got energized.
Yeah. Like your head used to feel bigger and shit and all types of shit, man.
You picked up some more magnetic. It was a magnetic exchange. And every magnetic is different. So you come with your magnetic and then you get some of Supreme Man's magnetic. You going, you know, it's like I'm trying to think of a superhero that get a certain thing and enhance their power.
Yeah. So you know all of that, but you know, look, this is how I look at it, G. You know, I've really aged out. I remember when I used to be young and shit, right? And people used to say shit like that, like, yeah, see, you're gonna have to live with this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
really, it's the younger brothers, man, that's gotta live with this world. Like, see, I already taught my 10 people. Way over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, bro.
Way over that. Right.
I got my tickets. My tickets is stamped on the mothership. You see what I'm saying? But
Okay, I got what I got the tickets for the mothership now because I know you've been saying it for a month, but I always catch it on the back end. But I got it now.
See, the young people, like right now, if you ain't had your babies yet, and you got to go into this world out here and teach the black women,
right?
Listen,
you got a hard way.
You think it was rough when we asked you the degree? Wait till you got to go show and prove it like that.
Yeah, hard way.
Yo, this motherfucking almighty you divine, man. Where the hell you been at, man? In fact, you know, somebody was asking about Minnesota not too long ago. Somebody came on the live stream too, and he was B Guy's, what did he say? He was B Guy's nephew? I think he said B Guy was his uncle. That was wild, right? And that was just like last week. It's funny that you come on right now. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of the brothers right here from my tree. You know what I'm saying? Because see, you know
I heard when you were speaking to him.
Yeah,
I heard that. I acknowledge that build.
Yeah, but this brother right here got the knowledge from B God too. See, a lot of brothers, man, that I taught, they went on to be prolific teachers.
That's like your grandfruit right there, right?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, God, where you from? You from Pelon too?
Me?
Darkim, yeah.
Yeah.
Where at?
Well, I was born in Fordham Hospital.
Okay, but where you spend most of your time coming at? Like, what's your block?
I got the knowledge on Gun Hill and White Plains. That's why I was wrestling.
Okay.
That's why I took the lessons back to.
Okay.
But
the child, right? Ain't they? Wait, is he Vander right there?
Right. I went to Vander.
Okay.
So probably I would say maybe the most time that I had the knowledge though up there probably was on 167 in the concourse though.
Oh, that's my hood right there though.
Yeah.
I'm from 163rd and Sheridan, so I went to Taft.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to, and before I came down here, I lived right on 167th in College.
All right.
What's your physical degree, God?
5 hours.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh shit. You said power knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means you was born in God wisdom?
Right, indeed.
Okay. True indeed. Same for me, God. I'm power knowledge.
Right. But yeah, growing up though, I rested on so much blocks, and then I had still like my cousin Charlie that lived in St. Mary's. I used to live there, but we moved a couple different places, Home Street, fucking, we was all over.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
When the hellfires was raging, we used to move right before the hellfires touched the block.
Got you.
And that's how we ended up on Gun Hill and White Plains, like Bill Cipher or something like that. Like God Born, that was the last, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, when my pops returned, that's how I ended up on Knowledge and Quality God.
That's how you end up where?
On Knowledge and Quality God. Because
okay.
That was actually one of the stops before we went to what's your name? So I kind of moved back over there because my grandmother moved around there after we moved around.
So you remember the Kent Theater?
Just be in the Kent all the time. That's where you see Chuck Norris in it.
Okay.
In fact, my same cousin Charlie, he used to come and take me in there all the time.
Okay.
Remember the one where he jumped up, the dude was trying to run him over in the airport, and he jumped up and fly kicked him through the windshield?
Say that again?
The dude was trying to run Chuck Norris over in the airport, and he jumped up and fly kicked through the windshield, kicked him in the face.
No.
I saw that joint at the Kent, man.
Hey, Darkim.
Yeah.
You remember my physical Malik?
Yeah.
His father
got cut off.
Over Chuck Norris.
Nah, you got cut off, God. We ain't hear you. Just heard his father.
Yeah, after Malik's father, he was cut off.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, only thing we heard was his father.
I say his father used to spar with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all heard me?
Yeah. And Chuck Norris.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to add that in.
Yeah. But yeah, at any rate,
I got a little Pelon history, of course, not extensive as y'all brothers.
Hey, yo, God, what age group you coaching?
10-year-olds.
Okay. And so did you get into coaching the youth?
9 and 10. 9.
So did you get into coaching the youth because your seed was playing and you was coaching them? Him or her?
I got a son that's 25.
Okay. What's your physical degree, God? What's your physical degree?
Well, our coach.
You choppy right now, God.
You heard me?
Is it me? Is it me, Darkim, or he choppy?
Yeah, he choppy.
Can you now?
Nah, you're in the Matrix or something.
Yeah.
Bomba Claude.
You back, God? Supreme Man.
I'm gonna go to the other room, see if I get a better reception.
Are you good right now?
Go to the other room.
You excellent right now.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Maybe. So Darkim, so we having a meeting tomorrow. So I've been behind.
What about now?
We hear you right this second. Peace to the God.
Okay, what you saying about the meeting?
So we having our meeting is tomorrow. I'm behind. I'm behind on the minutes, but I have them. I just gotta tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm gonna make sure I put them in an email, send all those emails out. I haven't sent you an email yet, I don't think, but I'm gonna send you all the emails from the previous meetings just so you can have for your file. But we got a meeting. We got our call tomorrow at 7, and it's not going to be a long call because right now we just really dealing with, giving some adequate time for for someone to step up and mention something about what we've been putting in the meetings. And so basically it's going to be a quick update. I'm definitely going to share the information that me and you built on, and then also just the importance. Like I've really been thinking about this today after coming from Universal Parliament and all these things that's in the atmosphere, these discrepancies, which we know, discrepancies or, disagreements are not new. However, different disagreements come all the time. And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, I think a lot of that comes just because some individuals want to be involved in every aspect of the growth and development of the nation. And I just don't think that's applicable, because you just wear yourself thin. So I'm saying all that to say, I'm going to just reiterate the importance of these committees that, individuals should be qualifying themselves for, so that, you have individuals that's going to be working on certain tasks, and those committees can always grow. So I'm just going to be bringing that a little bit more to the forefront, because when we first presented and so basically we're doing this for Region 4, right? We're talking about this in Region 4. However, when we build the model and it's sufficient and it's working, willfully others can adapt some of those things from it and put it into place where they're at. And, and that will be like a solid structure. And so that's the outcome that we're looking for. So I'm saying I'm just going to be just giving another strong emphasis on individuals signing up on these committees and those committees growing. And then, so we also have a council, right? So we have the council and we have the committee. And so you haven't heard this information, Darkim. That's why I'm giving it to you now. But these things will be in the minutes when I send it to you. And Supreme Man, I can send that to you as well. If you want me to. I just need your email. And so, like I said, we have the council and we have the committee. So the duty of the council, right, and how it started is that it always has to be an odd number. So the number one qualification, and really the only qualification to be on a council, is that you have to knowledge 120, and you have to show and prove that you knowledge 120. And what that council, and so like I said, this is the idea that we're developing for Region 4. And what that council does now, and then you have your committees, and these committees are titled under the tenets of the Growth and Development Conference, which is economics, education, communication, health, public relations, and security. And those will be the committees that will be set up where you have individuals on those. And so you don't have to knowledge 120 to be on the committee, right? So, however, if you want to actually get on the council, what the wise council will be doing will be, like I said, giving the orders to the committee, and the committee is carrying out these orders in the different areas that I mentioned, those 6 different tenets of the growth and development. So, just going to reiterate those things. Kind of, some individuals have joined some committees. However, we need more individuals in the region to kind of partake. So I'm just going to be putting some emphasis on. We're going to be putting some emphasis on that on the next call. And like I said, it's not going to be a long call. I don't see it being a long call, but you should definitely be looking for the information in your email, the minutes tomorrow. And then I don't have a direct number for you, God.
All right. See, I'm gonna tell you one thing people gotta understand about them committees, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
The committees is more powerful a lot of times than the positions that people be kind of looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's the committees where all of the I's get dotted and the T's get crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like you have these, politicians, you know what I'm saying, for a better term or whatever, but they campaign, they do the politicking, but when it comes to the real meat of what they call legislation, you understand what I'm saying? That's rarely all to this political figure who may just have the charisma, right? Or the oratory skills to get the point across. You understand what I'm saying? But where ideas really get developed, like we could say we want to do this thing, right? But where's the group of people that really sit down and write the step by step, instructions and directions, laws, rules, et cetera, to make this thing be successful? That's actually in the committees. The committees is the actual boots on the ground a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually a lot. The committees is a lot more important than people think. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about when you start doing the committees, right? You can, at that point, start breaking it down to more people that you kind of agree with. You know what I mean? Like you like minds with. Not saying that y'all are all each other's yes men, but just that people that is easier for you to work with because y'all see the same vision. You understand what I'm saying? As opposed to, a lot of times, you arguing with somebody who really just doesn't, they're not in the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? They're not even, they don't even realize that something is a problem, right? And you're already looking at the solution, right? So now you're going back to convince somebody that something is a problem, and then you're taking time away from the solution. You know what I'm saying? And that is, something that I found is big in the nation is that, is you can kind of give me the details of the problem, right? And then some people think that that's a solution, but all you really did is break down the problem to all of the details and all of the aspects of how it came about and who brought it about and all of that, but you never came with a solution. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is real good at enumerating the problem. They the keepers of the lock, not the holders of the key.
We agree, definitely. And like you said, that those positions on the committee are very, you got to be solid because the committee is like the boots on the ground. Those are the ones that are getting the details done. So you got to be strong in that position. And then also, so if you're on a security committee, then the other individuals on that committee are all, this is something that they qualify themselves for, and they on that committee, then
those individuals are going to be able to shape and form the things that need to be done with that more profound than others, just because they are qualified in those positions. And so that's how you actually start to see momentum and get work done, when you have individuals that's really focused and, you know, zoned in on the duty or the task at hand, and they really, you know, put a lot of energy in getting those tasks done, or, you know, getting the solution to whatever problems that we dealing with. And I know, you know, we the God, so, you know, we don't really have no problems, because we deal with the solution. So yeah, looking forward. I'm looking forward, definitely.
Indeed. So, we got any other questions out there before we sign this one off? Oh, it's the science, man. Universal in NYS TV. I met the guy on Instagram. I don't hardly be on Instagram. I gotta get back on Instagram, man. Instagram used to be a little bit of fun, but it kind of got I don't know if it's the people that I got on my friends list or that I follow or whatever, but it got
It's all about the people you follow, God. You know, I mean,
I follow the wrong people, man.
Like, I love my Instagram feed. I'm getting a lot of, you know, exercise and healthy food and martial arts, and the gods, of course, you know.
I gotta find those people or something, man.
Right, I'm saying you just got to start following some different things. I don't know what you got going on over there, God. But hold on, don't hit the search tab, because that's just a whole nother. It don't even matter what you follow when you hit the search tab. When you hit the search tab, all you gonna find is women. The most beautifulest things in the world. It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There was a site, I can't remember what it is. They closed it doit. I think Backpage or something.
Oh yeah, I never been on Backpage, but I know a lot of people was.
That's it. I think after that happened, that's when you start seeing
that everybody went to Instagram. Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Everybody that when they shut Backpage down, they went to IG. Oh no, but they got hold on, they got OnlyFans now. So look, hold on. The OnlyFans shit, I really just only God, word is bond. I only heard about OnlyFans and what goes on. But there was this show that I'm watching about these two high school friends, two sisters. I can't remember the name of it. I watched like a episode of it last week. And they two females, original women that went to high school, and they want to get back together. They was a rap, you know, they both rap, and so they want to get back together, and then find out that the other girl that she teaming up got an OnlyFans page. So this is my first look at the OnlyFans page and what really be going on there. So yeah, man, it's like it's at an all-time high.
Know what's going on over there unless you know what I'm saying? Because look, there's some things, right, that I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm out of the age group or something where I can really like I don't understand. Like look, I'm not going to buy a picture of food. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend my money, I'm going to get some actual food that I'm going to eat.
Right.
I don't understand the concept of you clicking this button right here. This is what you got. I don't understand the concept of it. It's like gaslighting where I don't
So hold
understand.
on. So when you say that, are you talking about when you say you buying a picture, you just talking about like any picture, or are you really talking, or are you kind of insinuating towards like NFTs and non-fungible tokens and things of that nature?
I mean, pretty much that's what it is. Like you
Okay,
buy.
but hold on. I had an idea about that, God. So, you know, we understand that the 5% newspaper is going away in the physical form,
Mhm.
right? However, you know, in that Web3 space, in that item like the 5% newspaper can be something that can be very innovative for our nation in digital form, but not just in the digital form where the gods is, you know, creating it in digital form and then they just sending it out to everybody. In a non-fungible token form, you can you can put data inside that, sell it, right? So let me just give an example, right? Because when I'm thinking about the 5% newspaper, I'm and it being in digital form, now I'm saying, okay, are the guards going to put a subscription on this? So now maybe if you pay $5 a month, and I'm just speculating price, if you pay $5 a month, now you're going to get this digital copy of the 5% newspaper. But guess what? Darkim pays $5. He gets it. He says it's the born reality. I don't pay anything for it. However, when it's a non-fungible token, once Darkem has that and he done with it, guess what he can do now? He can sell that non-fungible token with that data to born reality, and then Darkem makes something off of it, and also a percentage of that goes back to the founder of it, whoever initially made it in general. So I had that thought today. I had that early this morning. Like I said, you know, I and we produced a non-fungible token already, but I just seen such when I was thinking about the 5%er, I was like, wow, that it can be a very strong asset in that space.
I mean, ultimately, that's kind of what I thought of NFTs. Is that it could be good, but that there was no intrinsic value to most of the pictures. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that there's another intrinsic value, just in terms of, collecting the history, right? There will probably always, as long as there's 5%ers, right? There'll be 5%ers that, want to know about the history of what was going on before they got the knowledge. So, I think it's a good idea. I just don't know how, viable the NFT kind of platform is, because they went the wrong direction with it and it was so much scamming involved. I don't know if, it'll probably be a while before you can really, come back with something substantial with that platform. But I kind of thought that from the jump.
So one thing we got to remember about that that Web3 where these fungible tokens and crypto exist at, those things is going to be. That's the next step of the internet. Right now, we in Web 2. What we doing right here is Web 2. And of course, and you've monetized your platform. However, it's not really your platform. In Web 3, you are the sole controller of that. You are like there's no one person that can click the button and we don't have random jewels anymore in that Web 3 space. So that is going that. So what they did, God, is they threw us off, right? So they made us. They put the information. They put things into the system for the mass majority of us to think that this thing is not viable. It's, it's a scam. And so since the market crashed, the crypto market crashed, which was probably a year and a half ago, and they pushed all the short money out. But the whole time, the big money's still been buying in. Companies like BlackRock lost millions of dollars with FTX, but they still investing in the space because that's where the financial markets, that's going to be another high value in the financial market. So, like when they see us getting involved in those things, they're going to do the best they can to flush us out of those markets. And a lot of times they know a lot of us is playing with short money. So once that thing goes down, they put, we sell off those assets, they push us out the market, and now the price is down. They buying, you see crypto's back almost back up to 40,000, but what if you was buying crypto when it was down to 18 and you was putting $100 there and $100? And of course we understand, for those that have been observing, and I've been observing that market since about 2018. So we know that once they pushed us out and others was buying, but no, I was saying, okay, crypto, Bitcoin was almost to 60,000, right? And then it went down to 20,000, 19. It was in the, low 20s, right under 20. And it stood there. It teetered there for almost a year. And it's at 35,000. So my thing is that, we understand that when it goes up, and some people invest long term, they'll put their money in and they'll just ride it out. But what ends up happening is those that, know that people have the tendency to get away from things when the price is down, and when the price start going up, they start putting their money into it. Then they going, I see you shaking your head, God. What's your thoughts, God?
Somebody just texted me. I'm like, yeah, see, I gotta call him back right now. I'm like, yo. But nah, these kind of, but because you just made me check my what's the name right now. Because I haven't looked at my crypto in a long time.
Bitcoin was up to 35,000. Everything is itching back up. Chainlink, because they done flushed the short money out. And so it's going to drop again, of course, because the ones that got the long money, when they see the short money putting money back in, they going to snatch profits.
Actually,
but they got long-term money in there, though.
Actually, I didn't even notice this, but yeah. I'm up. It looks like I'm up 125%.
Yeah, it's moving up. It's moving up. So, I mean, I'll stop right there with that. You know what I mean? As far as that investing strategy, but
my stocks is not doing quite as well, but I got
in the stock market, it's like just go with the best. Like, you ain't gonna lose with Apple.
Now,
right?
I got some Apple. Yeah, I got a little bit of Apple, but
you ain't gonna lose with Apple. So AMD, right? So AMD, I just got this jewel the other day. So Microsoft wanted to buy the patent for AMD. AMD refused to sell to Microsoft so that they can continue to expand. So AMD is another chip company that
I don't got AMD. I got NVIDIA.
NVIDIA's, yeah. I mean,
NVIDIA got the screens for all the AI and shit, all the headphone shit and all that.
Oh, for the
Yeah, all,
What
yeah.
the
Right. The metaverse,
aug,
it can't work
augment,
on the screen.
right?
It's NVIDIA.
Okay.
So
What's Nvidia's price right now? What they price is? They in the 200s, 300s? Where they at?
hold up. Yeah, 327. Oh no.
Yeah. Huh?
478.
So what's the 52 week low?
52-week low. Woo. I'm up 205%.
What's the 50 and the 52 week? In
Yeah,
52 weeks? Right.
in 1 year,
Right. 1 year.
I put
And
this
so look,
1 year.
so look what we got to start to understand about investing. Like, so a lot of us might have this street mentality about investing. You know, in the underworld, if you spend 500, you want to make 1,000.
Yeah. But no, I still got my street shit. Like, see, I got cigarettes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, you got to be invested in different markets. I get it. There's
See,
nothing wrong.
and the cigarettes, they hit me with a dividend.
Oh, what company?
Altria.
RJ Reynolds, huh?
I think Altria owns RJ Reynolds.
Okay.
But Altria is like a couple of them that this company they
You know what's so let me show you something. Look at Costco. Costco is a great look. I remember when Costco was $92. It's probably about 600 right now. And that was in 2018.
Yeah. I got Costco, yes.
Costco's that's a dividend. That's a great four.
It's 5
Yeah.
money. I gotta get out of real estate though.
What, like rich, like real estate, like the trust?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those is tough because you know, yeah, those are tough. You know why? Because they have to pay out. So what they do with those real estate investment trusts is that they show you this large dividend. So if you look at your real estate investment trust, you probably have a large dividend on it because they have to pay out 90% of their profits. But a lot of times they give you that they throw that large dividend out there for and people that don't really study the market, you might, and especially like 2018, you had a lot of new money coming into the market with, the explosion of Bitcoin and things of that nature. You had a lot of new money coming into the market. So yeah, those real estate investment trusts, they'll show you a high dividend. However, on what price did you buy in on that stock, and is what really depends on if that's really a quality dividend. Because if you're getting a dividend, or if you got this high dividend on a stock that's $14 or $20, and you getting a 14% dividend on it, and like I said, that it just depends on where you at, because some individuals might look at that and say, well, you're not really gaining no high interest on that. But it depends on if you're looking at if that interest is being compounded and things of that nature. But yeah, RITs is tough though. I had a good RIT. Look, I had this good RIT. IIPR. IIPR. They are a medical marijuana company, but they don't grow. They just rent you the space. So they acquired all these buildings, and now they have their customers, these growers that are now leasing the space. But not only do they lease the space, you have to maintain that property in order to stay in that space. So that was a good rate. I mean, I started buying that at like $32. Look it up for me, guys. IIPR if you got a second. And then I'm gonna stop with the stocks, and I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. So IIPR was a $32 stock. I don't know what it's at today. I haven't checked. It's not really up that much as it was. It probably got up to, if you look at maybe the 5-year history, it probably got up to about 260, 270. It's probably trending right below $80 right now.
Right.
IPR.
That's where it's at.
So, but that's a dividend, and I don't know what's the dividend on that. That was paying me, that was paying some good dividends. When that stock was up to $250, I mean, that dividend was coming every quarter, real nice. And I have been accumulating that for a while. But they're not growers, so they're not hit with all those regulations as these other companies that's dealing with cannabis.
9%.
Huh?
9%.
9%.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's a pretty strong dividend. That's a strong company. So when cannabis goes federal, when that cannabis goes, federal, when the feds okay it, then a lot of those cannabis stocks is going to go through the roof.
Right.
And that's what's going on with Bitcoin right now, is because they're about to have the first Bitcoin ETF. So,
I actually had some stocks in there, but like that, I think that exchange is there's a lot of things I stopped checking when all that crash happened.
Yeah, I was holding some. I was holding some crypto on Voyager. It went bankrupt. Like,
right, yeah, Coinbase is doing bad right now. I gotta try to get my money out of there.
At least they still viable though. At least they ain't go bankrupt. Like, I mean, we lost like 2/3 of your money.
Yeah.
When Voyager went bankrupt. But it's a lesson learned. So if you don't own your keys, you don't own your crypto. So you need to get if you're really gonna stay invested in crypto, you need to get you a hard cold storage.
Right, yeah.
You need a cold storage.
It was, something that was the one part I never really understood, the whole wallets and all that.
I learned the hard way, God. I learned.
Yeah, I just got mine is just out.
So whatever exchange you got it on, right? That's your own business. But so how the exchanges was keeping me lured there is because they were giving you this interest on your crypto if you keep it on the exchange. So if I got Bitcoin and you're paying me 5% interest on my Bitcoin, then I'm gonna keep it. So they paying you interest on all your different cryptos. But guess what? They was also lending $600 million to somebody else. And when they defaulted, the company go bankrupt. Your assets are tied up. They in chapter 11, chapter 13, whichever one you want to call it. And now they selling off all their assets and you get 1/3 of your money. But if I would have, when I bought that crypto, if I would have took it and put it on my hard storage, even though the price of cryptos went down and the market went down, guess what? My crypto wouldn't have been on this exchange that went bankrupt, and now I lose 2/3 of my investment. Now, if I would have had it on my hard drive, guess what? Even though the price went down, say I had 1/4 of a Bitcoin, and I had that on my hard storage, my cold storage. Guess what? The price of Bitcoin went down, but I still have my 25% of Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin go back up, boom, I still got them on. And so anytime I want to put my Bitcoin back on the market, I just take my cold storage, plug it up to my computer, send it to whatever exchange I want to do. So, okay, say me and you wanted to do a transaction and we wanted to trade crypto. I would go to my cold storage, boom, send it to whatever exchange we functioning on. you know, here I go. I send Darkim some gold, boom, and that's it. But it's not online or it's not being held somewhere else. That's why I say if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. Okay, God, I know you had something that you wanted to mention.
I mean, like you said, we had enough of the financial portion of the show. By the way, I think you're supposed to say that in these type of situations. You gotta say, look, we're not financial experts right here.
That's right. We're not at all.
Financial advice today. We just talking about
Thank you.
just talking about some stuff that we did.
Right. That's a fact.
Yes,
That's 100% right and exact. What he said.
Yeah, don't go thinking that we experts in this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, check this out here, though. This is what I'm talking about. Now we got a good paragraph. This is what I was asking for right here, Oliver. So the doctor, minister, nurse, and the cremators were the four devils. However, the grafted was on all fours for 2,000 years. So it took 2,600 years to make the Caucasian from Yaqub's grafted devil and Musa. I guess that's supposed to say still. But yeah, this is does anybody break this down for me? Because some of this I understand. You know, the four devils, I understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But you said all fours for 2,000 years, so it took 2,600 years to make a Caucasian from Yaqub's grafted devil.
So is there a question or they're just making a statement?
The question is from we. What does this mean? The question is from me. What does this mean? Like, see, you got this is like a brain teaser. You got to figure this out. You see? So, you know what? This might make some sense, right? This might make some sense if you change from to of. If you change 2,600 years to make the Caucasian of Yaqub's grafted devil, it might be a little bit easier to digest. There's still way out there. But yeah, this is how me and Alamel is how we build when y'all see when y'all are dealing with peace, man. You know you at home. Alamel is just really sending me in the comments. So you know sometimes you know all I can tell you is welcome to my life. This is But look, you know, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow when it be, but look, I don't know when you, what time do you start dealing with the Baji? Because I need the day when I come on before that, and then maybe you can explain all this. But I think I get your point. I think I get your point in terms of, you know, all of that entire 2,600 year period, right? You know, made the colored man who he is. You know what I'm saying? Without that 2,000 years in the caves, right? He might not be the same individual. You understand what I'm saying? Without that condition that existed in Europe. You understand what I mean? That even in terms of, you know, them having Europe, right, as they home, because we put them out on that part, right? You know, that the conditions in Europe is what caused them to say, look, we got to go somewhere where it's more abundance. So if that's what you were saying, you know, like I said, your terminology here is a little bit. I wouldn't use that, but if that's what you mean, that yeah, that whole time, right? So Born King said, I think he's saying he became Caucasian when he was ran across the hot Arabian desert. I can understand that aspect too. I you know, I did think that what you're saying in terms of, you know, they was in Mecca and they got ran to the cave. So, you know, I can look all of that. I can understand your point, but you gotta be careful how you say things, man, because everybody don't have supreme understanding. Everybody don't know these lessons, right? That you built from, and you know, everybody hasn't studied them. You know, some people have memorized them, but they haven't really studied them to see all these different things. You know, so you put a little bit of nuance in there, but you know, strictly speaking, you know, the Caucasian and Yakub's grafted devil is the same person. That's what the wisdom degree tells you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there was, look, when you talk about, you know, thinning the original blood and all of that, yeah, that got to do with that 2,000 years. You know, some of that whiteness and weakness comes from there too. So, you know, I guess I ended up. This was I ended up being able to discern what this one might mean there, Alamel. But look, I want you to explain. I need you to explain without me putting no words in your mouth. You know, but in the meantime, in between time, we had a pretty good stream there. I think probably, you know, anyway, everybody make their own decision how they see it. But we're gonna go ahead. We had a couple new people. Hopefully, y'all subscribe. Everybody do the each one teach one. Hit the like button. Sign off and say peace.
Peace to the God.
Peace. We may get back on during the week. If not, you know, our day is Monday, 7 o'clock. Peace.